Now this is the part of the game where it becomes extremely tedious. I'm saving them up to fight the karate guys in this locker room. This section is very hard in my opinion. Or not, at least tedious, not that hard. Not very hard. Out you go! Out you go! I don't need a weapon to fight this guy. Max. Just like Shiva and Estelle, I wished that this version of Max is playable. Now this is a tough boss to fight because you can't knock him down. But at least you can see a pattern of attack when fighting this guy. Like this. See, every time he does that pose, each poses will predict what kind of movement he will do next. Unless you use an ultimate attack, he can't be knocked out. Finally, another S. This is why I said I wished Estelle was a playable character in this game. I mean, she's part of the good guys at the end, right? Alright, 3 more stages to go. By the way, I read an article from Kotaku saying that how .emu and 2 other developer studios recreate or what is it? Revived the Streets of Rage game and the beat 'em up genre. First of all, .emu didn't revive Streets of Rage with this game. Like I said, Streets of Rage Remake was the true revival of Streets of Rage game. Bomber Games from Spain did that way before .emu did it. Great, more Karens. You got Karens and then you got bombs flying over your head. They were quite tough. This part of the stage is what reminded me of Totally Spies the most. The episode that I earlier talked about. Ouch. I for sure thought his ultimate attack would finish the job, but turns out it didn't finish the job. Ah! I was about to get the chicken. Great, the chicken just vanished. Oh, fuck you, Barney. Mother. Ah, I missed. What are these girls? Aliens? Why are their skin color so weird? Not being racist or anything, I'm just asking. Their skin color is like orange and purple. Earlier I said that Nora was the easiest boss in the game. However, when she's ganged up like this, she could be really tough. And the black one here, Stiletto, has an invincibility mode. You can knock him out when she's about to whip you. Alright, here we go, face to face with Soma Cruz. I'll say this, Mr. Y isn't as hard as Mr. X. His attacks are very predictable. And rather slow as well. See? I didn't even break a sweat fighting this guy. Alright, here comes the final stage. Not arguably, definitely the hardest stage of the entire game. Silver Sun, I have the high ground. What am I talking about? Off topic here, I love the Star Wars prequels. I admired George Lucas. I admired what he did with Star Wars, both the OT and the prequels. I never had a problem with the prequels. I wasn't one of those internet circle jerks saying, oh, George Lucas ruined my childhood, or George Lucas doesn't understand Star Wars, George Lucas this, George Lucas that. No. I admired the man. Now that Disney owns Star Wars, Star Wars is a fucking mess. And I'm glad I was a fan of George Lucas. People actually want him back now. Anyway, let's just get back into the game. Probably I'll play a Star Wars game in this channel. Some underrated hidden gems. Because there are some of them. And not a lot of people know about it. Let's gather some point first, so that we can harvest extra lives. Ah, fuck you. For breaking my combos again. It's always gotta be Donovan's that broke my combo. Why, I'm stuck. Okay. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is another instance where running is very useful. In fact, it is important for you to run in this game. I mean, look at these ninjas. They move like, I don't know, 4 times faster than you. Now we're gonna go face to face with Miss Y. Arguably the second easiest boss in the game, outside of Nora. She rarely attacks you though, and even when she attacks, her pattern is so predictable. Ouch. Her damage isn't as much as big as well. Now this is the true final boss. Both siblings. Individually they're not that tough, but together they could be real a challenge. Alright, here we go, the final battle. I gotta admit, I broke a little sweat there. That was fun. Okay, so before I go, I want to give a final verdict for this game. So LizardCube.emu and Guard Crush Games, they did extremely well with this game, okay? If I rate it, like I said, if I have to give a rating out of 10 for this game, I give it a 9 out of 10. Easily a 9 out of 10. This game is absolutely fantastic. Now, I said a couple of journos wrote articles in mainstream publications such as Kotaku, IGN, what else, Polygon. They basically said that, how 3 companies revived the Streets of Rage game. No, they didn't. Well, at least officially they did, yes. This is the official Streets of Rage game since Streets of Rage 3 back in '94, right? However, if you want to talk about true revival, the true revival of Streets of Rage game is Streets of Rage Remake created by Bomber Games, a small studio in Spain. So a little story here. The saddest part about Streets of Rage Remake is that the game never had an official release, okay? Yes, I get it, it's a fan-made game, but Bomber Games worked their ass off for 8 years since 2003 all the way to 2011. That game is amazing. Now, what happened is, the game was downloaded for free, right? The game was published for free by Bomber Games because it's a fan-made project. And Sega, instead of, I don't know, making a wise decision like, hey, they created a good Streets of Rage game, and a lot of the fans back in the day really want a new Streets of Rage game because, let's be honest here, if Streets of Rage Remake were to be released back then or even today, Sega would have made millions, okay? That game would have sold easily because, first of all, it's a Streets of Rage game. Second, it's a great game. Now, instead of Sega actually hiring Bomber Games to, I don't know, publish their games officially, no, instead, Sega want to be petty, okay? Sega want to be petty. They take down their games, they conduct cease and desist, which is absolute bullshit in my opinion. I mean, did anybody in Sega did not think that publishing a good game, publishing a Streets of Rage game based on their IP, even though it's a fan-made game, could sell millions? I mean, think about this. Bomber Games just created Streets of Rage for Sega, and they created it for free. Not only did Bomber Games do what Sega's supposed to do, no. Sega want to be petty because they feel like, nobody should do better. Nobody should develop games based on our IP better than we did. So what do? Instead of selling the game and make millions, no, we're gonna be petty and take down their website, take down their games. Whoever re-upload their games will be taken down. It's kind of stupid how AAA companies think when someone actually made a better, or someone gives more effort than them. But in 2017, Sega dropped the ball on that. They give the license of Streets of Rage to .emu, and then voila, we got Streets of Rage 4 in 2020. And it's kind of sad that .emu and the other 2 companies gets all the credit for quote-unquote reviving the Streets of Rage genre, which, for the record, like I said, okay, they deserve credit as well. Okay, .emu did very well in this game, but I kind of feel bad for Bomber Games, you know? They don't get the recognition that they deserve, which, to me, Bomber Games deserves credit, okay? They did very good in Streets of Rage Remake. They did better than this. I'll play that game after this, like I promised. Since we finished the game, I'll play Streets of Rage Remake next. Because you have to experience it, you have to watch it. In fact, right now, I suggest you Google Streets of Rage Remake, and if you find a download link to the game, download it and then play it. It's absolutely amazing. Trust me, that game is better than this. Like, this game is 9 out of 10, that game is 9.5 or even 9.8 out of 10. The only thing Streets of Rage Remake is missing is 1, online co-op because it's not an official game. Number 2 is a 4-player game. That's it. But overall, the game has a lot of features that keeps you coming back. Anyway guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, give me a like, dislike it if you dislike it. Tell me what your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on the comment below. Okay, tell me what you think about this gameplay. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what's your thoughts on Streets of Rage Remake. Have you ever played it? So I'll see you guys at Streets of Rage Remake gameplay. Goodbye.